Derek was talking, and I muted. Was wonderful to have two New York TV legends in here, Sukanya Krishnan and Scott Stanford. Hopefully they'll come back with us. But one guy who's been with us a couple times before here on Newsmax joins us now. Ethan Garr is here. He's the co-inventor of the RoboKiller app. Ethan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I am getting so pissed off because I keep getting these potential spam, and you know what I do? I put them in my phone.
Right.
Say like, do not answer. This guy's a J.O. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying when they come from the same number again, even if it's by, you know, however they go through it, at least I know what it is. You know what I mean? But
right, but a lot of times they're spoofing the numbers, so they're changing the numbers constantly. So it's kind of like trying to boil the ocean if you're blocking numbers individually. And that's why we have RoboKiller, which is going to stop all these calls from ever ringing on your phone and then answer them with these answer bots. They're robots that talk back to the spammers and waste their time.
I like that. I really like that a lot. You know, I used to be a stockbroker years ago, you know, and we were, you know, smiling and dialing, calling people on the phone, you know, old school, no dialers back then.
Right.
You had to dial it, right? And now these days, sometimes I get a call from some stockbroker, right? And I absolutely love it when I play the naive investor.
Right.
And he says, hey, Mr. Tobacco, I got a great idea for you. I want to run it by you. Do you have a pen handy? Oh, yes, I do. I got the pen. What's happening? And then, you know, I lead him down. I have so much fun leading him down the road. So I should create a few responses for you guys. What is it?
Absolutely.
Go by algorithm or something?
Yeah, we have an algorithm that's using audio fingerprinting and machine learning and user feedback to know which calls to block and which calls to allow. And then the ones we block, then we can put our answer bots to work. And when they go to work, not only are they helping you because you're not getting that call, but while we're wasting the spammer's time, it's protecting everybody else.
They're not bothering someone else.
Yeah, it could be someone's elderly grandmother because they're always looking for the vulnerable, the targets, you know.
So let me ask you this. I was just talking to my brother about this on the way in yesterday. I was reading a story that if you even answer and say, hey, hello, yes, this is John Tobacco, there are people out there that are spoofing your voice. And if they get another piece of information on you, they can replicate your voice to answer voice prompts on other places, right? What's the way, if you don't have, and you got to go out, it's free, right? The app?
No, it's a subscription app. We do have free trials available.
That's what I'm saying. So there's a free trial if you want to try it out. But it's dangerous to even answer and let them get your voice, isn't it?
You know, it can be. I think in the world of deep fakes and all these things, all of these become potential threats. I think that's the key thing for your audience to understand is that every call that comes in that you don't know, that's an unknown call, you can't trust the content. Someone who has recorded a politician and playing it back to you and saying, you know, donate to this, to my campaign, how do you know that it's actually their campaign? You just can't. In the world of, you know, during the holiday season, you get these charity scams. So I think consumers really have to be super careful. You know, of course, we're recommending you get RoboKiller because it'll protect you from these calls. But if you're going to answer a call, you should always be skeptical. Never give your personal information away. Never give your credit card. Never buy anything. Always just say, hey, send it to me in writing, or I'm going to go and check out your website, and then I'll do it from there.
Someone, another person I had on that was talking about scams and stuff was saying that, like, the one thing older people don't realize is the IRS would never call you. Is that correct?
They're never,
mean, unless you're like in some kind of negotiation already, but they don't just randomly call you.
Yeah, the IRS, the Social Security scam, both of those entities have if you go to their websites, you'll see information that says these are scams. We don't contact you in this way. We'll never contact you in this way. And I think that's why it's really important to get the word out there. Spammers are opportunistic, and they're taking advantage of really lopsided economics in their favor when it comes to making these calls. The calls don't cost them lots of money to make. They can make millions of them in seconds. They use these technologies like spoofing. You have to put something in between you and the spammer to protect yourself. And absolutely, you know, people should be very wary of an incoming call.
Well, you should be very wary of an incoming call from my partner over there because this guy has a quite diabolical mind. Frank Morano joins us also. He's over in the Frank zone there. And he's also the morning producer for the Joe Piscopo Show, heard here in New York on AM 970, The Answer. And he's heard every Sunday morning as a solo act with Morano in the mornings. And he joins us right now. Hi, Frankie.
Hello, Ethan. It's good to have you back again.
Good to see you again, Frank.
So we saw some reports about all these bizarre robocalls on, of all days, Super Tuesday. Now, What was the nature of these calls? People weren't trying to sell anybody anything. What happened exactly?
The Secretary of State in the state of Texas warned people that there was a robocall going around that was telling people that it wasn't actually, they weren't supposed to vote on Super Tuesday, but that the election was actually the next day. So they were trying to make it Super Wednesday, I guess. And that's really dangerous. I mean, you're suppressing the vote if you can get people to think that they should go a day late to the polls when the polls will be closed. So we saw that. We've also seen some warnings from the Better Business Bureau about political robocall scams. This is going to be a very, a season full of potential risk for consumers. We're already seeing it, but absolutely a political robocall. Some political robocalls from candidates are legal. But just because you're getting a call that sounds like it's from a candidate doesn't mean that it actually is. So if they're asking you, soliciting donations, if they're talking to you about these things, really, you should be very skeptical. Just say, I'll go online, or send me this in the mail.
All right, so Ethan, tell us what we're about to hear. This is a demonstration of the RoboKiller app with respect to a Hillary Clinton robocall. What are we about to hear, and then we'll listen to it.
So this is one of our answer bots talking back to a spammer. So a spammer called one of our users, and this is the answer bot that they've chosen to use to respond back to that incoming call.
Let's have a look.
Hey, folks. I'm John Tobacco, a 30-year Wall Street veteran, and throughout my career, I have seen massive... Are we selling... do you want to buy an Apex system? It's one of our sponsors there.
You're well this morning. My name is Patricia, and I'm calling briefly on behalf of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to stop you right there. This sounds like it's going to be a very long process, and I am a very, very busy person at the moment.
Well, we just had a brief message.
Take me to do.
Just to tell you that we're still focusing our attention towards the 23 seats.
But I have a lot on my plate, okay? After this last election, I have been putting the pedal to the metal, for future campaigns, because this next election, I am doing everything in my power to not have Donald Trump as our president.
So that was your spoofage, right?
Well, we're not spoofing calls. What we're doing is we're answering the calls that we're blocking with these answer bots. We have the Hillary one. We have a Trump impersonator. And you can choose your own from a long list of really fun answer bots that we've created to help you protect yourself from these unwanted calls.
Who are some of the other celebrity impersonators?
I think we have a Cher impersonator, and we're always looking for new ones as well.
Do you believe in life after love?
Well, let's hear. I think there's actually a Trump answer bot, isn't there?
There is.
Let's hopefully have a look at this one and see if it doesn't look like John Tobacco.
Listen. I don't need to be swayed with this information. I do what I want.
We're looking for contributions.
Wait. You actually think what you're trying to tell me is convincing?
Yes, sir.
If you were like me, an expert negotiator, maybe I'd be taking you a little bit more seriously. You have to sell me on what you want from me. Try again.
Well, sir, you can take me serious. We're down to 21 days.
Excuse me, hold on. How is this call even relevant? If I was your boss, you would be fired already.
And
hey, these
they
guys
don't realize it, right?
No, they're invading our phones, and we're trying to help you get your phone back. I mean, these spam calls, we saw 61.4 billion spam calls last year. That's over 5 billion a month. I mean, they're really taking people's phones away from them. They're making it hard for us to have dinner with our family, attend meetings. We're trying to solve that problem for people. We're trying to make it entertaining and fun. But our answer bots are really out there trying to perform an important service. They're trying to help people protect themselves.
After the free trial is over, how much does the RoboKiller app cost someone?
$29.99 a year.
A year? So like $3 a month, less than $2 a month.
Yeah, we have a monthly fee, monthly subscription as well. So you have some flexibility in how you subscribe, and the week gives you some time to get comfortable knowing that the app's going to work for you. We're confident it will, and we're constantly rolling out new technologies. We're in the process of doing that now. That'll help people even feel safer on their phone.
If you are getting annoyed to death, like I am, by these potential spamming phone callers, go download the free app. Try it out for the free trial for a week, the RoboKiller app. And if you ask me, it's worth $30 a year to keep these bums off your phone and give you a little more free time when you're with your friends, family, try to be more efficient when you're at work and all that other good stuff. $30 sounds cheap, but can our viewers get some kind of introductory rate or something, like $1 off or something like that? I'm kidding with you. But check out the RoboKiller app. Ethan Garr is one of the geniuses who co-invented the idea, and it's probably one of the funniest businesses I've ever heard of, because you're basically spamming the spammers.
There's a great team behind us who has made this happen, and we're really proud of it.
Fantastic. Check out the RoboKiller app. You got to join us again sometime soon, and if you want me to do any impersonations for you, I'm happy to do some also. It'd be fun. I'd like to just do it to my friends, maybe. All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Liquid Lunch pregame show. Derek was just over at City Hall with Scott Lebedo. He unveiled his portrait of Mayor de Blasio. Derek's going to be back in studio in a bit. We'll get his thoughts and insights on what's going on over there. And best-selling author Mark Devine joins us next. He's written a book about leadership. He's a former Navy SEAL, and his book is Staring Down the Wolf. And Mark Devine's going to join us right after this.